If life has been feeling nonstop lately, this is your reminder to pour back into yourself. I've been there so many times where just so many things are going on and I forget to take care of myself. This is why I have built a solid wellness routine that I can rely on, that I almost don't have to think about, because when life gets busy, it's like you just want things to be easy and on autopilot. You don't want to be thinking about every little thing that you have to do. So if you are in need of some inspiration for your wellness habits, your wellness routine, you have come to the right place. This video is going to be all about soft life wellness. We'll grocery shop together. We'll go through my meals to hopefully give you some meal inspiration. We'll go through my morning routine and I'll show you how I really take care of my mind, body, and spirit, because I believe that wellness isn't just your body, your mental health, your emotional health, spiritual health. All of it is so important. All of it is part of you. And with that being said, we're going to focus on the body. So let's go do some grocery shopping and pick up some healthy food. First stop is Whole Foods. I always make a shopping list before I go grocery shopping because I'm just really type A. I don't like to wander around the store. I like to have my grocery list, go in, get what I want, and then I like to leave. And a pro tip is to make your grocery list in the reminders app, because you can actually check things off, which I love, because sometimes when you just like write it out, you like might forget something. So I love that. I have one for Whole Foods and one for Trader Joe's. This is my Whole Foods list. So let's go do some shopping. Why are the things that I want always all the way at the top? I'm way too short for but let's do a grocery haul. So here are all the ingredients for the meals for the week. And then I also got some food for my pup, Harley. I've been making some ground turkey for her. I roasted sweet potato. I also give her broccoli, apples, and blueberries. In the morning, I hydrate her kibble with bone broth. And at night, I hydrate her kibble with goat milk, and I've recently started giving her some chia seeds too. Now let's talk about what I bought versus what I'm making, and if you're in need of some meal inspiration, hopefully this video will give you some. So for breakfast, I basically eat the same thing every day, except for Sunday. Sunday I'll switch it up, but I do not get sick of it. I don't know, I always look forward to my breakfast. I love my breakfast. I love eggs. So for breakfast, I'll have 2 eggs scrambled, and then I'll have sausage. I love this chicken and egg sausage. It is so good. And then I'll do a half a serving of cottage cheese. I love Good Culture cottage cheese, and they were sold out at Whole Foods, so I have to go back and restock. And then I'll make a matcha latte with this whole milk. I love this brand. It's Family Farmstead. It's certified regenerative, cream on top, A2 protein, and 100% grass-fed, and it's just so creamy and so delicious. During the week, I like to keep my eating so simple, but still tasty, because I don't want to eat boring food. Healthy eating should not be boring. So for a snack, I'll do some Greek yogurt, and then I'll put some strawberries and blueberries in there. And then I love this Purely Elizabeth granola. It is my favorite. It is made with coconut sugar. It is absolutely delicious. And then I'll top my yogurt with a little bit of chia seeds. And then I'll also have some baby carrots. I hate fat carrots. So these petite carrots from Whole Foods are delicious. And then I'm trying to eat more veggies, so I decided to also add some bell peppers in there, and then I'll also have some almonds. Dinner number 1 is going to be a steak. I have perfected the most amazing steak, so I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna roast this Japanese sweet potato, add a little bit of butter and flaky salt. It is absolutely delicious. And then my veggie will be broccoli. For my second meal, it's gonna be a honey soy garlic salmon, which is one of my favorites. The recipe is on my TikTok. And then, of course, Japanese sweet potato, once again, roasted with a little bit of butter, a little bit of flaky salt. And then for the veggie, I'm gonna do mushrooms and spinach. I bought this last week, but I think I need to buy a new bag of spinach because this one is not looking so great. I realized that I went straight to talking about dinner because dinner is always my favorite. Breakfast and dinner that I forgot about lunch, but lunch is going to be chicken. I'll probably bake it, season it well, and then some green beans. Sometimes I add roasted potatoes, but I don't really feel like it. So we are doing chicken and green beans for lunch. However, for tomorrow's lunch, it's going to be an egg salad, and I'm really excited about that. I bought some dill, got my eggs. I cannot wait. I love an egg salad. Dinner number 3 is gonna be for 2 days, and we're doing a Crunchwrap Supreme, which is gonna be so good. I got this grass-fed beef from Force of Nature. It's their ancestral blend. So it has ground beef, beef liver, and beef heart. And the beef heart and liver is ground up in here, but I love it because you can't taste it, but you do get the extra nutrients. Also, if you are looking for a clean tortilla brand, I tried this last week and I love these tortillas because the only ingredients are organic wheat flour, organic cassava, avocado oil, salt, and water. So no guar gum or any other fillers. And then instead of using sour cream, we just use Greek yogurt in it. And it is so delicious. I don't like lettuce and tomatoes in mine. Shanae does. So mine will just be meat, cheese, and yogurt. And then a side of broccoli because, of course, I have to have my veggies. I either like my egg salad on sourdough or crackers, but I got these crackers. It's by the brand Simple Mills, and I like it because the ingredients are pretty clean. So you just have vegetable flour, a sweet potato, parsnip, celery root blend, seed flour blend, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, cassava flour, tapioca starch, organic sunflower oil. Probably better if it was made with avocado oil, but life isn't perfect. Himalayan salt and rosemary extract. But on to my last and final dinner. It's going to also be a dinner for 2 meals. I'm gonna do barbecue salmon. I'm excited for this one because it is so delicious. And I actually just make the barbecue sauce by hand. I tried it once with brown sugar, once with maple syrup. They were both good. I forgot what else went in there, but it was really good. I found the recipe online. And then I'm gonna do a mango salsa. So I have mango, Fresno pepper, some cilantro, and then, of course, a side of broccoli because I always have to have my veggies. So that is everything that I bought from the store and what I'm making this week. Good morning. I just want to say that I'm obsessed with the Hatch alarm clock and I 1000% think it's worth it. However, my first 2 weeks of having it, I was very skeptical. I kept the box because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it because at first I felt like it wasn't waking me up. Number one, I always slept with an eye mask, and also the birds chirping. So that's how I have mine set to the sound is like birds chirping. It was so low. So the first couple times I used it, it just didn't even wake me up. So I had my phone alarm still set to make sure I woke up. But now I have the settings right and I love the sunrise, the light of the alarm clock. It's definitely bright, so it wakes you up. Plus the birds chirping, it's loud enough. It's the perfect alarm clock. So if you're looking for a soft alarm, because I used my phone before, not that it's bad, I just felt like it wasn't soft enough for me. But the Hatch alarm clock is definitely worth it if you're looking for a soft, nice, peaceful wake up. So I'm really excited for today's portion of the vlog because it's going to be all about my wellness routine, really just going to take you through a day of wellness. And I hope this part of the video inspires you to create your own wellness routine and really just find wellness habits that work for you because we're all so different and we like different things and different things work for us and our lifestyles. So whether you're struggling to build a wellness routine or find wellness habits that work for you, I hope this video inspires you. But let's get our day started. Breakfast, 2 eggs scrambled, sausage, cottage cheese, some vitamins, and water. take creatine monohydrate, and I just put about 5 grams in my water, and I drink it while I work out. Fun fact about creatine, not only does it help increase your lean body mass, but it also helps with your brain health. Post-workout, it's time to enjoy my matcha latte. I just finished my workout, so let's talk about my week of workouts. Staying active is just really important for me. I just like to be in good shape. I want to be healthy. I want to live a long life, so I strive to be as active as possible. So a typical week of workouts for me looks like on Monday, I'll strength train. I focus on quads and shoulders, and then I'll usually do like a 1 mile run. Tuesday, once again, strength training. I'll do hamstrings, glutes, and triceps. Wednesday, strength training again, back, biceps, and chest. And Tuesday and Wednesday, usually I'm in the office, so I don't do a walk, but if I'm for some reason at home and I have some extra time, I'll do a walk just like on the treadmill after that. Thursday, once again, strength training. I focus on glutes, and then I'll do a 15-minute walk. Friday, I'll do a run, and usually this is like a 2.5 mile run. I really want to get to just like doing 3 miles, but right now we're at like 2.5 is like the max. So I feel like if I can do 2.5, I can do 3, but I really just stop at 2.5. One time I'm going to go to Central Park and just do like a 3 mile run. Maybe we'll do like a 5K. So what is that, like 3.2? That I feel like is probably as many miles as I'm gonna run. One of my friends, she runs like 6 miles, and I'm just like, good for you. But me, I think we're gonna stop at like 3.2. Anyways, and then Saturday and Sunday are pretty much my rest days. So I'll just like walk my dog in the morning. You know, I might be out in the city or doing something. So I try to just stay active by like walking throughout the day, but I don't do any like strength training or any cardio like focus workouts. And even though I work out in the morning, I like to stay as active as possible during the day. I sit at a desk a lot, but I try to just like get up throughout the day, like take laps around my office or walk around my house. And it's nice because I do have a dog, so like I'll walk her. So I'll do a walk like after lunch, and then I'll do a walk after dinner. So I try to just get as many steps in, and it's really nice like when I'm in the office to get out of the office after lunch and just like take a walk and get some fresh air. But even at home, I like to get out and walk as much as I can. I aim for like 10K steps a day. I saw this post, it was on Dr. Mark Hyman's Instagram, and it was saying like anything above or like 7K steps is around like what people should strive for. So if you're around 7K steps, you're good. But I feel like people just throw around 10K. And so now I just do like 10K. But if I'm anywhere around like 10K, I'm good. Saturdays and Sundays, it might be a little lower depending on what I'm doing, but during the week it's usually like 10 to 12K. So I just like to stay as active as possible, and it really just helps me feel my best. And if you're someone who isn't used to doing a lot of movement, like start small, start with doing something that you love. I haven't done it in a while, but I was really good at doing Pilates. I'm gonna go back to Pilates after my European vacation. I just do Pilates once a week, but it's really important to find a workout that you love, because if it's something that you hate, it's really hard to stick with it. Like for me, I'm not a huge runner. I run because I want to be in great cardiovascular shape. But if I could eat French fries and sit on my couch and it would give me the same results, I would do it. So I'm not like someone who loves running, but running is just important for longevity for me. So it's not something that I do every day, but I enjoy strength training, and I do enjoy going to Pilates. Like I love feeling like strong in my body. So yeah, if you're someone who isn't used to working out, like find something that you love doing, try a bunch of different things until you find what really just like speaks to you, and you're like, okay, cool, I can see myself like doing this, you know, multiple times a week. And I think it's also important to make your workout schedule sustainable with your current life. If you know you only have 30 minutes to an hour, find a workout that you can do within that period of time, whether it's, 30 minutes, you have 30 minutes for 3 times a week, and that's it. And then maybe you like walk after lunch and you walk after dinner or something like that. I feel like sometimes people are like, yeah, I'm going to be in the gym for like lifting for like 2 hours. And it's like, unless that's what you do, I just feel like it's really hard to sustain 2 hours in the gym. Even for me, like, especially when I'm in the office, I'm like, I have 30 minutes in the morning. That's it. 30 minutes is like my max. I try to be between 25 and 30 minutes. When I work from home, I have a little bit more time, but it's like I have to make my workouts fit within that schedule. So usually like walking on the treadmill doesn't fit in that, but it's fine because I do my like post-lunch walk. So it's just really important to find workouts that fit with your lifestyle, because then it's actually sustainable and you're like, okay, cool, like this works with my lifestyle, versus like I gotta drag myself to the gym for 2 hours, because that's just like, who's doing that? And you're gonna quit after a week. So now it's time to take care of my mind and my soul, do some journaling, meditation, and EFT tapping. I view wellness in 3 parts. I think of it as like mind, body, and soul. And there have been periods in my life where I just thought about wellness in terms of the body, like, oh, you got to take care of your body. And obviously the body is so important. You want to take care of that. But it's also like, if you don't take care of your mental health, your emotional health, like you could be in great shape or even just feel great in your body. But if you don't feel great in your head, then you're probably honestly not feeling great in your body. So I think it's so important to like pour into yourself, like mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And so that's why I like to take some time in my morning routine to just like meditate, journal, do some EFT tapping, really whatever I need for that day. And honestly, I haven't been super good about that lately. There have been times where I pour into myself in the morning and then I have like a really busy, crazy day, and I know I need a moment in the day and I just don't give myself that. And so I'm really focusing on like taking care of myself throughout the day, because it's amazing that I have a great morning routine. But if I only take care of myself in the morning and even in the evening, but like throughout the day, I feel like shit, it doesn't really matter. So if you feel like that too, where maybe you have a great morning and then a great evening, but your day kind of just takes it all out of you, try to set some time aside for you, even if it's just like 30 seconds. You got to go to the bathroom, you run outside, whatever, to just like breathe and just have a moment to yourself, because life can feel very chaotic and hectic, and it is so important to take care of ourselves. I was actually talking about this on TikTok because I had this realization that I need to take better care of myself. And I feel like as a whole, we all need to take better care of ourselves. Like, that is our main job, because if you think about the way that you would do something in really good energy when you feel whole and you feel great in yourself, versus when you're doing it when you feel depleted, like the energy is just so different. And the energy that you do things with is so important, because if you do something and you want it to feel good at the end, but throughout the journey, you just feel terrible, the end isn't going to feel great. But if you manage to enjoy the journey and feel good while you're getting to the destination, then you get to the destination and you're actually going to feel good. So moral of the story is that it's just so important for all of us to take care of ourselves. And life can be so busy and we have responsibilities, but it is important to just make time, even like I said, if it's 30 seconds where it's like you need a moment, like give yourself that moment. And I also think about taking care of yourself the way you would like a small child or someone that you love. A lot of us tend to take better care of other people than we do ourselves. And it's like, ultimately, you can't pour from an empty cup, and we try to do it a lot. But if you're able to fill your cup, make sure that you're taken care of and that you feel good, you're going to show up in way better energy when you go to take care of someone or do something for them, because you are going to feel so full. So that's my spiel on just taking great care of yourself, because you deserve to feel good and you also just deserve to take care of yourself. And now it's almost time for lunch. Naya's in the kitchen making lunch for me. What I do Monday through Friday, I meal prep, and I will have my chicken and green beans. Sometimes I'll have potatoes with it. And then on Friday, I'll do something more exciting. So today it's egg salad. Sometimes I just have like a fun little tuna sandwich. So I'm so hungry and so excited for lunch. There goes Nay, making the egg salad. Being a chef, I appreciate you. So I was so hungry that I forgot to show you my egg salad before I ate it, but it was so delicious. And then I ate some of these crackers, and then I also forgot to vlog, but I went on a little post-lunch walk. Dinner will be steak and a Japanese sweet potato, and I've perfected the perfect steak, so I'm really excited for tonight's dinner. Here's dinner. We have steak, a roasted Japanese sweet potato with a little bit of butter and flaky salt, and broccoli. Dinner was delicious, and I'm about to go on my post-dinner walk after this, but I'm losing light, natural light, so I just wanted to record the ending of this video. But I enjoyed sharing my wellness routine. I will say my Friday, it wasn't like my ideal eating. Like usually I have like my snacks that I talked about in the first part of this video, so like my carrots, and I'll have my yogurt. But I feel like since I ate such a big lunch with the egg salad that I was just full. As I probably ate like 5 eggs. It was so much protein. So I didn't even need my snack, and then I just ate dinner. So you didn't get to see like a typical day. I mean, you kind of did. Like my breakfast is usually the same, but I didn't have my snacks. And then, I mean, this is like a typical like Friday lunch, but it wasn't like a typical day of eating. But at least I was able to share like typically what I eat in the beginning of the video. But I really hope that this video at least gave you some inspiration for like your wellness routine or implementing wellness habits that you think would really work for your lifestyle and help you feel your best. I also wanted to share some wellness tips that I do daily. Some of them aren't necessarily every day, but I try to do these every day. But obviously like life happens, but all of these tips really help me feel my best. Number one, walking after I eat, which helps to minimize your blood sugar spikes, which will just keep your energy stable, help you reduce cravings. And another hack for reducing your blood sugar spikes is to eat in a specific order. You want to eat your fiber first, then your protein, and then your carbs last. So I did that with my dinner. I had my broccoli, and then I had my steak, and then I had my potato. That will also help reduce your blood sugar spikes. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't happen, like if I'm out and I just eat a pizza, whatever. But sometimes I'm a little crazy and I'll like bring some almonds. So I have some almonds first. But it's like, if you can't do that, just walk after you eat. Another thing I like to focus on, and I do this one daily, I start off my morning with 30 to 50 grams of protein. It will just keep you satiated, not throughout the day, but start your morning off well, helps with muscle protein synthesis. You just feel good when you start your day with protein. So I like to start with like a savory breakfast, my eggs, my sausage, my cottage cheese. And another 2 tips for the morning is go outside within 90 minutes of waking. This will set your circadian rhythm so that it improves your mood, regulates your hormones, and helps to anchor your circadian rhythm. So like you will naturally feel like awake and sleepy at the appropriate times. Another thing I do in the morning is delay caffeine for about 90 minutes to 120 minutes. And this helps to let the adenosine in your brain clear. I learned all about this from the Huberman Lab podcast, and I feel like Andrew Huberman, he talks about it on his Instagram too. But if you're interested in that, go check out his podcast, because with that, like it allows adenosine in your brain to clear, which will make the caffeine more effective, and it helps with like cortisol. I'm not a scientist, but if I can find the podcast, I'll like put a picture of it here. But it's all really interesting stuff. And all of this like just helps you feel your best, where it's like you can still have caffeine, but just delaying it helps it be more effective and helps your body work better and all of those good things. And then I like to prioritize eating whole foods, and I aim for a minimum of 100 grams of protein per day. Usually it's between 100 to 120 grams of protein per day. This also just keeps me full throughout the day, and I know that I'm helping, my body maintain muscle, because muscle is super important. I read a really good book on this, Forever Strong by Dr. Gabrielle Lyon. If you're interested in like protein and like how it helps with like longevity, check out that book. It's a really good book. And she says grown adults should eat a minimum of 100 grams of protein, but you should really eat 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. And then in terms of sleep, I have a couple great tips. Number one, avoid bright lights 1 to 2 hours before bed. This allows, oh my gosh, why am I so blanking? I learned this from the Huberman Lab podcast. But it will help you fall asleep, because basically bright lights, especially overhead lights, mimic sunlight, so they wake up your brain. So if you can dim the lights in your house, your brain is like, oh, it's time to go to sleep. I forgot the exact science behind it, I'm like, that's terrible. I was literally going to tell you, and then it just left my brain. So lovely. I also personally like to avoid late heavy meals. I try to eat like 3 to 4 hours before bed. Sometimes it doesn't happen tonight. It might not happen. It's probably like 2.5, 3 hours. But some people can't do that, and some people it doesn't really affect them. But I noticed that like my food needs to be like fully digested for me to go to sleep, because I don't like to be sleeping and then my food's trying to digest. It just doesn't work for me. That one's definitely personal. Like if it works for you, you can eat right before bed, live your life. If not, try, 2-3 hours before you go to bed, avoiding food. And then also getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep is so important. Obviously, everyone's body's different. Some people are good with 7, some people are good with 9. I'm more like 8, 8.5. And then sleep in a dark, cool room. That is super important. In Dr. Matt Walker's book, Why We Sleep, and he was also on Dr. Huberman's podcast, he talked about sleeping in a room, he said 67 or below, but I do 68, sometimes 69, but usually 68, and it's perfect. So if you're struggling with falling asleep or staying asleep, make sure you are in a dark, cool room. And then also with sleep, try to wake up and go to sleep at the same time. This one is difficult because sometimes, you know, you're like out on the weekends and then you're up early for work. So it's not perfect science, but I've been trying to just be like, okay, even on Saturday, like, just get up by 7, but I still want to get enough sleep. Like, I don't like to be tired. So sometimes I sleep until 8:30 and it just is what it is. So life happens, but I do like the idea of waking up and sleeping at the same time. And honestly, I personally don't like to be out late on the weekends anyway. I'm like, can we do an early dinner so I can go to bed? But that's just me. And that is it for my wellness tips. So thank you so much for tuning in to another Soft Life Diaries vlog. I hope this vlog was informative and inspirational and just gave you some ideas. And if you like my content, please give it a thumbs up. It goes a long way for me, and subscribe to my channel for more Soft Life content. And I will see you next time.